online faculty development program on innovative healthcare in AR/VR. And today we have our resource person, Dr. M. Shivakumar sir, Professor, Electronics and Communication Engineering, and also Director for Research and Development, Dhanlakshmi College of Engineering. I will give brief introduction about him. Dr. M. Sivakumar sir is working as professor in the Department of ECE and Director, Research and Development at Dhanlakshmi College of Engineering, Chennai. He obtained his UG degree from SCS VMB, deemed to be university, and PG degree in Applied Electronics from Anna University, Chennai. He received his PhD degree from SCSVMB, deemed to be University, Kanchipuram. He has 26 years of technical and teaching experience in the field of engineering education. He published more than 52 papers in journals and conferences at the level of both national and international. He authored 3 books and 7 book chapters in the field of engineering and research. His research interests include artificial intelligence, blockchain technology, digital filter design and implementation, CAD algorithms for high-level synthesis and new logical operator design, filter book multi-carrier, VLSI design and verification. He has published 7 patents at his credit. Also, he has started YouTube channel to post MATLAB software related videos of all engineering streams. We have such a personality as a resource person in our session 4. I welcome you, sir. Sir, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes,
I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, sir. The session is over to you, sir.
Ma'am, may I know my screen is visible?
Yes, sir. Okay. Visible, sir.
Okay, good evening to everyone. Thank you for giving opportunity for being as a resource person in your 6-day online FDP program in the area of virtual reality applications in healthcare. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, HOD, ma'am. Thank you for giving this opportunity. And these are the contents in this topic called interactive techniques in virtual reality for healthcare. These are the contents we are going to discuss in this session. First of all, what is introduction to virtual reality and gesture and motion tracking, haptic feedback, high tracking, voice interaction, biofeedback interaction, multiplayer or collaborative VR, immersive environmental interaction, and also AI-powered interactions and gamification techniques. These are all the interactive techniques we are going to see in the field of medical field, healthcare. Here, some of the more number of tools are available for simulating or interfacing with the virtual reality components. Because of my expertise in MATLAB, we are also implementing MATLAB by using this VR headset and all. Let's see the session. We'll step by step. You can see what are the VR is a powerful tool for enhancing patient care, medical training, and also therapy. It also this virtual reality offering realistic, engaging, and safe solutions for various healthcare challenges. Here, MATLAB tools for VR development. Here, MATLAB software, MATLAB tools are very much available for virtual reality-based scene creation, and also we can interface with haptic devices. MATLAB supports integration with devices like the Phantom, Omni, or Geomagic Touch, enabling haptic feedback during interactive simulations. Here, the MATLAB software supports this type of medical devices also. Also, we can, by using this virtual reality toolbox, the MATLAB software having more number of toolboxes are available. In this virtual reality toolbox, the name of the toolbox is called virtual reality toolbox. By using this toolbox, we can create 3D models and simulations of the human body or surgical environment. Virtual reality means all the scenes are virtual, so that by the help of simulating, MATLAB software utilizes in the form of writing the program, and also in the form of drag and drop the blocks. You can arrange the designs by using the Simulink. Simulink is the graphical environment for modeling and simulating dynamic systems like patient movement, therapy models, or surgical procedures, All other you can design by using MATLAB Simulink. Here the third part is haptic devices. MATLAB software supports integration with devices like the Phantom Omni and some more devices you can during the interactive simulations. Also, after simulation, we can see 3D view of visualizations. We can find the form of healthcare. We can analyze the medical data in the form of 3D. The MATLAB 3D visualization toolbox can help create, manipulate, and visualize complex medical data in immersive 3D environments. And this is the general diagram we are going to use for MATLAB tools for VR development. By using this MATLAB toolbox, like healthcare applications can be developed to train medical professionals, aid in rehabilitations, or improve patient outcomes through the interactive and immersive VR environment. These are Simulink block diagram shows the MATLAB tool for the VR development. Here, what are the interactive techniques available in this virtual reality for healthcare? First of all, we start with mental health and exposure therapy, surgical training and simulation, medical education and training, VR roles in model healthcare, and pain management and distraction therapy, rehabilitation and physical therapy. These are all the things we are going to utilize, especially for in the field of healthcare field by the means of virtual reality technology. Then, first of all, how virtual reality works. It started with head-mounted display called HMD, and second one is a motion tracking sensors in the displays. Motion tracking sensors also available here. Interactive controllers, and then spatial audio you can also experience, and the haptic feedback. In these 5 steps, one goes to explain about virtual reality and what is the how you can understand the virtual reality technology. First, you can feel the immersive experience. Second, the training and skill development. Third one is maintenance and repairs. And fourth one is remote assistance. Fifth one is data visualization and analytics. Sixth one is the driver safety and situational awareness. And finally, human-machine interaction will be done by using this virtual reality technology. And how it is useful in healthcare. What is virtual reality? Here, the definition shows the virtual reality is a technology that use software to generate realistic images, sound, and other sensations that replicate the real-world environment. These are virtual reality. By using that, user can interact and manipulate with the virtual objects of virtual world with the help of specialized devices like display screens or other devices. Here also you can see an immersive virtual technology. Here we can view the stereoscopic viewing. It has also had the enhanced features like deep beeping through the virtual world, and also it eliminates the real world and placing the human in a computer-generated world is one of the enhancement. Here also wearable devices also available called the data glove, head-mounted display, and other gadgets. Let's see one by one how the virtual reality works by using our Android phone. Android phone having accelerometer, gyroscope, and magnetometer are used to achieve movement of the headset. The accelerometer is used to detect 3-dimensional movement with the gyroscope and used to detect the angular movement. These are the basics behind the virtual reality, how it is working. In the form of sensors, in our mobile phone having more number of sensors are there. In this sensor can accurately predict where you are looking at any given time while using VR. Here in this diagram shows a person using a virtual reality equipment. It's able to look around in the artificial world. The virtual reality's environment is captured by using 360-degree special video camera. And this slide shows the application of virtual reality in healthcare. Here, this diagram shows a visual representation of virtual reality in healthcare. It also showcases enhanced medical treatment, training, and therapy with the example of surgical simulations where surgeons can practice complex procedures in a virtual environment. These are advantage of this virtual reality. Before go for the surgical procedures, the surgeons can practice complex procedures in the virtual environment. This is one of the best application in the healthcare industry. Here also, by wearing VR headsets, user can interact with lifelike virtual environments. And also this can be used for things like practicing surgeries treating mental health conditions or helping patients manage and pain through the distractions. And another one is application of virtual reality in healthcare. In this slide shows um, surgeons allows to practice complex operations, and also VR can be used to create virtual simulations of the surgical procedures. The diagram shows the confirm button, emergency stop. Here also, voice interaction also will be there in this slide. By doing this, they can refine the skills, explore different techniques, and gain confidence, and all without any risk to actual patients. These are one way of advantage. Am I audible, ma'am? Sir?
Yes, sir.
Next example is uh, virtual reality in rehabilitation. In this diagram shows the patient, stroke patient. It is an infographic view of this virtual reality in rehabilitation, but particularly in the field of healthcare. It highlights how virtual reality helps stroke patients regain movements in affected limbs. It also showing the effectiveness compared to the traditional rehabilitations methods. It proves that by using this VR method is best effect methods, especially in the stroke patients regain their movements in affected limbs. The next one, the same thing. It is a surgeons also involving with surgical procedures. So let's see one by one technique. The first technique is gesture and motion tracking technique. Here, sensors and cameras track the user movements and translating them into corresponding actions in the virtual environment. Well, these are the two applications by using this gesture and motion tracking. First one is rehabilitation. The stroke patients can practice limb movements in a virtual setting to regain motor skills. These are picture diagrams explains about the applications by using gesture and motion tracking. And the second application is surgical training. In this surgical training, simulating the use of surgical tools in a realistic yet controlled environment. This diagram shows the gesture and motion tracking, illustrating system components and the data flow, the data processing analytics, and how sensor can track the movement of the patient, and also cameras is it's also translating them into corresponding actions in the virtual environment. And how it is possible to implement with the MATLAB tools. The gesture and motion tracking in MATLAB involves showcasing the integration of sensors, data processing, and visualization within the MATLAB environment. This is a MATLAB environment also. You can see interactive techniques in virtual reality. It is quite beneficial for healthcare applications, particularly for therapy, training, and rehabilitations. Here in this diagram shows data filtering, motion tracking, and also data visualization, gesture recognition. The signal filtering also can be done by using this MATLAB based gesture and motion tracking with the help of virtual reality 3D toolbox. That MATLAB can be used to develop and simulate VR applications in healthcare, especially for tasks such as designing interactive environments. It also possible modeling the human movement or analyzing the medical data. Is a basic thing of MATLAB by using virtual reality toolbox. Here, some of the techniques we are going to see. Then real time. The second application is interactive technique is real time VR rehabilitations. Here, by using that, we can create a simple real time simulation of rehabilitation exercise where the patients performs arm exercise in a virtual environment and the progress is tracked through the movement and biofeedback data. By using the biofeedback data, the exercise could be include a task like reaching, stretching, or lifting objects in the virtual reality world. Then, what are the technique? What is the example you are going to see? What type of technique you are going to use? Use VR simulations to help patients with physical rehabilitation. MATLAB can be employed to model the interaction between a patient's movement and a virtual environment. This example right side shows the using MATLAB Simulink and virtual reality toolbox to simulate the movement of the virtual arm, where the patient can practice motor skills and track their progress in real time. Then next application, one more application by using this rehabilitation. It's called as VR cognitive rehabilitation. Here, the sensors also track the sensors and cameras also track the user's movement and translating them into corresponding actions in the virtual environment. What is the technique? Design interactive VR tasks for cognitive rehabilitations where user can perform problem solving or memory tasks in a virtual space. It can also possible with problem solving or memory task in the virtual space. How it is possible with MATLAB? MATLAB can generate interactive VR scenarios where patients can practice cognitive tasks. For example, memory games, decision-making challenges that helps in treating cognitive disorders. Is one of the main application of advantage of this gesture motion tracking technology, motion tracking technique. It helps treating cognitive disorders also. And the important thing by using this gesture motion tracking, we are for surgical training. You can see surgical training also can be done by using this VR interactive technique. Develop, what is the technique behind this? For surgical training, develop interactive 3D models of organs. These are 3D model organs. 3D model organ you can see. You can able to generate the 3D models of organs or surgeries for medical professionals to practice procedures virtually. As the example shows, you can be able to design with the MATLAB, can generate 3D models of body parts and tools and combine them with the haptic feedback. Haptic feedback means by using the devices like Phantom Omni. It is used to give users a realistic sense of performing surgery. You can simulate tissue properties and tool movements using the MATLAB advanced graphical capabilities. Is one of the best example for virtual reality for surgical training also. Here, once you design and record this one means doctors can able to discuss with their students also. Is one of the best training method in the field of surgical. And another interactive technique is haptic feedback integration. Here, what is haptic feedback integration means? Here, devices like gloves or shoes provides tactile feedback, enabling user to feel the real world experience, to feel virtual objects or interactions. Here, what type of applications we are going to use with this virtual reality technology? The first one is a physical therapy. It simulates resistance during exercise to enhance strength training. And next one is a surgery practice. The surgery practice offers realistic sensations when interacting with virtual organs or tissues. This is also one of the best example for this virtual reality based technology, especially in the field of physical therapy and surgery practice. And the another one is incorporate haptic feedback into VR healthcare applications to enhance interactivity and realism. In this MATLAB, you can be integrated with haptic devices such as force feedback gloves. So you can see the gloves called force feedback gloves or exoskeletons to simulate touch pressure. You can also feel like it's see the word called enabling user to feel virtual objects or interactions. You can during the simulation you can feel the touch pressure or resistance in medical training and rehabilitation exercises. You can feel in this real world field. These are one of the best interactive technique in virtual reality in the field of healthcare. The third one is third interactive technique is eye tracking. By using this VR headsets, VR vision glass, you can see the movement of eye, and also you can see the mental health therapy and neurological assessment also can be done by using this VR glass. What is eye tracking is monitors where the user is looking into enhanced interaction and access focus or stress levels. Its first application is mental health therapy. It tracks the gas patterns. You can see gas patterns to identify anxiety triggers during exposure therapy. is one of the best way and best application in healthcare, mental health therapy by the means of VR glass. It also tracks the gas patterns. You can see the diagram. You can see the gas patterns to identify anxiety triggers during the exposure therapy. And also, you can see a neurological assessment. It assesses the visual attention and cognitive responses in patients with brain injuries. Also, we can predict. The fifth interactive technique is voice interaction. By using the VR headset, it also assisted with voice commands. User can interact with the virtual environment through voice commands or conversations. You can see public speaking training. It helps individuals with the social anxiety practice speeches in a virtual crowd. You can see these are, if you when you touch the object, voice command will be shown. These are electronics driver, and these are headset. These are noise cancellation headphone. These are power supply. These are mouse. In this manner, we can interact with virtual environment through voice commands. You can conversation with public speaking training. This especially for um, speaking training with public. Also, it helps the individuals with social anxiety practice speeches in a virtual crowd. The next one is a virtual assistance. So nowadays, virtual assistance plays more important role. Guide patients through exercise or therapeutic sessions. At the during the therapeutic sessions, the voice command in the by the means of voice commands, you can guide the patients through exercise. During the exercise, you can give the voice command. You can raise your hand, turn your leg. In this manner, we can use virtual assistance by using this interactive technique in VR. And seventh one is biofeedback integration. Here can integrate with real-time data. This is called a biofeedback integration. Here, this diagram shows real-time monitoring of physiological data. Physiological data, nothing but the heart rate, breathing rate. It would be adapted with VR environment. What is the application behind this biofeedback integration? Let's see. So first one application is anxiety and stress relief. It calms the environment based on biofeedback, such as slowing down visuals and sounds when a user is anxious. Is a important application of this virtual reality technology. And also by using this real-time monitoring, pain management also pain management can be done by using this technology. It adjusts the virtual distractions to suit a patient's physiological state. The diagram shows the physiological data during the heart rate and breathing rate, and also data visualization can be done by using this interactive technique. Next one, the same thing. Previous one is a biofeedback integration. Here, it also incorporate with real-time environment. Here, we can combine virtual reality with biofeedback systems, where the user's physiological responses, heart rate, muscle tension also can be monitored and reflected in the VR environment. This is one of the best application with real and virtual reality environment. It also can be done integrating with MATLAB. Use MATLAB to process real-time data from sensors, EEG sensors, ECG sensors, and also it can adapt with the virtual environment based on this data to guide therapeutics exercise or relaxation techniques. It also can be done by using this biofeedback and real-time monitoring example. Is one of the best technique, interactive technique in the field of healthcare. And multiplayer or collaborative VR. The next interactive technique is multiplayer or collaborative VR. It also allows multiple users to interact within the same virtual environment. You can see the diagram. It shows multiple users can interact with each other within the same virtual environment. These are better example for uh, doctor and students training. During the training, we can interact with the multiple users in the same virtual environment. You can see the doctor explaining about the brain parts and all. The students also can interact with the same virtual environment. Here also it is possible with the applications called team-based surgical training. It also enables collaborative practice for complex procedures. It's the first application by using this collaborative VR. Team-based surgical training also can be done by using this one. Enables enables collaborative practice for complex procedures. Group therapy. The next application is group therapy. In this virtual support groups where individuals can interact in shared spaces. In shared spaces also available. Here also can use the group therapy application. And these are a better example for interactive technique. This technique where nowadays we are using the passion movement and interaction. You can also simulate with the real and virtual environment. You can see the user can explore and interact with virtual environments by walking, picking up objects, or manipulating tools also can be done by using this immersive environment interaction technique in VR. What is the technique behind this? You can create the simulations of patient interactions in a virtual environment to evaluate and improve treatment plans. Can also it is possible to improve and also evaluate the treatment plans also. Here how it can be done by using MATLAB. This MATLAB Simulink software, we can MATLAB Simulink and the Simscape toolbox, we can model the kinematics of human movement in response to the treatment. Basically, you can simulating how different physical exercise or therapies affect movement recovery. It also can be evaluated by using this immersive environment interaction technique. The same thing, immersive environment interaction can also pain management. Pain management also can be done by using this immersive environment interaction. Cognitive rehabilitation. What is the pain management? How it can be done? Engages patients in the relaxing virtual scenarios such as beaches or forest to distract from pain. And cognitive rehabilitation, it also one of the application of immersive environment interaction. It encourages memory and problem solving exercise in dynamic settings. And the final one is AI powered interactions. How we can incorporate virtual reality with AI power, AI, artificial intelligence technologies. AI systems simulate realistic responses from virtual patients or scenarios. And application. What is the application behind this AI powered interaction is medical training. These are virtual patients with AI driven behaviors allowed to trainees to diagnose and treat dynamically is during the medical training. Here we can also create the virtual patients with their AI driven behaviors. It is used to diagnose and treat dynamically by using this artificial intelligence based medical training. Then AI-based mental health therapy is a AI-powered avatars. We can mimic social situations for exposure therapy. Here also you can able to create AI-powered avatar. It mimics the social situations for exposure therapy. Nowadays, this diagram shows the AI-powered interactions. The next one is the important thing in AI powered interaction is AI systems simulate realistic responses from virtual patients or scenarios. How it can be done by using this AI based interaction, VR interaction, medical data visualization. What is the technique behind? Here you can use VR for better visualization and interpreting of complex medical data such as MRI scans, CT scans, or anatomical models. It is a better visualization technique in three-dimensional view of patient data, medical data. You can analyze and evaluate the patient's conditions and also medical data, MRI scan, CT scan, or any other type of data visualization can be done by using this AI-powered interaction. This diagram shows the AI-powered medical data visualization. It's one of the interactive technique in VR. How it can be done by using MATLAB. Let us see MATLAB's 3D visualization toolbox can be used to import and manipulate and display complex medical images in a 3D space. In the user also can field and the real time visualizing the data in MRI scans, CT scan, and anatomy models. Users can interact with these visualizations to zoom in the particular area of interest. We can also rotate the models or observe dynamic changes also can be done by using this medical data visualization. You can see the doctor can be able to zoom the medical data, zoom the part of the brain, part of the MRI scan part. Also, you can tilt. Also, you can rotate the models or observe the dynamic changes. It also can be done by using this AI-powered interaction in VR technology. And finally, we are going to see with the gamification techniques. What gamification technique in the field of healthcare? It incorporates game-like elements such as points, rewards, or levels to enhance the engagement. You can see the physical therapy. Again, you can do with the physical therapy. In this gamification technique, motivates patients with the task. In this physical therapy, motivates the patients with the task that they require completing levels or achieving scores. It is one of the gamification technique for, especially for the patients. Patients they're giving like a physical therapy. It also motivating the patients with the some of the task called a game. This is also one of the interactive technique in VR for healthcare. And children's healthcare go with the gamification technique. The children's healthcare uses the games to reduce the fear during the medical procedures. Is also one of the important application for treating the children's. In the field of children's care, this gamification technique very useful for the doctors and uses games to reduce the fear during the medical procedures. These are the techniques interactive. So far we are yeah, discussed about 11 more interactive techniques in we are in healthcare. And what are the techniques? How it is a summary of these 11 interactive techniques. First is techniques virtual reality rehabilitations. Here, use VR simulations to help patients recover physical abilities or practice motors like in a controlled environment. We can simulate an environment for arm rehabilitation, tracking movement, and progress using Simulink and VR toolbox. And what are the tools and techniques are there means MATLAB Simulink toolbox. And what is the technique is virtual reality toolbox. And second thing is surgical training. Create 3D models of organs. We can create the 3D models of organs in like brain and legs and it is useful for surgery to train medical professionals with realistic simulations. How it is possible with the MATLAB? You can able to develop 3D models of organs and surgical tools for virtual surgery practice and integrating with the haptic devices by the means of tools and techniques, 3D visualization toolbox and haptic devices. And another technique is medical data visualization. You can visualize the complex medical data called MRI and CT scans in 3D to improve interpretation and decision making. Here, example MATLAB is import, manipulate, and display 3D medical images. You can import the medical 3D images, and also you can manipulate the medical images and by the means of image enhancement, and also you can display in 3D environment, virtual environment. It also offering interactive features like zoom, rotate, and explore by using the MATLAB 3D visualization toolbox. Not one, it also along with the virtual reality toolbox, we can able to analyze your medical data interactively. And another technique is biofeedback and real-time monitoring. Biofeedback and real-time monitoring is use real-time physiological data, not only with the heart rate and muscle tension, we can also see our real-time physiological data to adapt with the VR environments and aiding in the therapy. The sensor, real-time physiological data sensor is ECG, EEG, EOG sensors. Also, we can incorporate with MATLAB software with the virtual reality space. You can process the sensors data to modify virtual tasks such as guiding relaxation exercise based on the heart rate. What is the techniques, tools and techniques available here? Biofeedback sensors and data processing in MATLAB. So, another technique in virtual reality for healthcare. And simulating patient movement. You can simulating the patient movement. What is the technique is model patient movements or interactions in VR to evaluate and improve treatment plans. How it is possible with MATLAB? Simulate body movement using Simscape and analyze effects of therapy or treatment using MATLAB models. Tools is MATLAB Simulink and Simscape toolbox. And next one is a cognitive rehabilitation. Is one of the best application in the field of healthcare by the means of virtual reality technology. Design interactive VR tasks to help treat cognitive impairments through memory or decision-making exercise. Is one of the best application in the field of cognitive rehabilitation. You can able to create VR cognitive tasks such as memory games or puzzles, adjusting difficulty based on progress. This also can be done by using this MATLAB. Here, what is the tools and techniques we are going to use? Virtual reality toolbox, such as custom task scripting. Nowadays, we are using MATLAB live script. In this live script, we have along with this virtual reality toolbox, you can do with cognitive rehabilitation VR task. It is more helpful to memory or decision making exercise in the by the patients. Then finally, this haptic feedback integration. In this haptic feedback integrations provides a realistic touch. It feel like touch brushing and sense eye movement or your leg movement. You can feel realistic. We are providing this by this haptic feedback integration technique. Provide realistic touch feedback during interaction with VR environment. It also enhancing training and therapy experiences. You can feel the therapy experience by the means of this interactive technique. And integrate MATLAB with the haptic devices to simulate pressure, resistance, or touch feedback in surgical training or rehab. What is how it is possible with MATLAB? We can integrate or incorporate with the haptic devices. You can connect with MATLAB software with this virtual reality toolbox. We can do the simulations for realistic touch feedback. These are the techniques involved in the MATLAB. MATLAB's powerful simulations, visualization, and real-time data processing capabilities to enhance VR applications in healthcare. These are the summaries you can see. Till now, anybody having any doubt or any discussion? I hope I conclude my session. And if anybody need to any help during this MATLAB simulation and all, we can discuss now. Anyone? Yes, sir. What is your ways to integrate haptic feedback?
Thank you, sir.
Pratham Desai, sir, will explain what are the integrated haptic feedback is. the first technique is haptic feedback integration. Here you can use the special type of gloves. Or the tactile feedback. It also using to feel the real-time experience by the means of haptic feedback integration. These are you can see the virtual in this slide shows the virtual environment of surgical training procedure. The user can feel the real-time experience of stitching and picking the uh, picking the objects by the means of force feedback gloves. These are the haptic devices called feedback gloves or exoskeletons to simulate our real-time field touch and pressure or resistance by the means of this special type of haptic devices. And the next one is biofeedback integration. Is also this by heart rate monitoring and breathing rate. You can see these are the one of the best example for of this integration, biofeedback integration. Is also the first one is the biofeedback haptic feedback integration is the first one, and the second one is a biofeedback integration. You can also adapt with real time. It is also useful for analyzing and monitoring, evaluating the physiological data. The third one is AI powered interactions. AI powered interaction also can be done by using these biofeedback integrations. I hope I give some explanation about Pradham Desai, sir. Any other? Share feedback link. Tomorrow we'll go to in the real time practical example with this MATLAB, and also not only with MATLAB software. I'm not promoting the MATLAB and all. Here also by the means of Scilab software. If somebody with the alternative for MATLAB, the Scilab software also having that interactive 3D virtual reality toolbox also available here. It also can be done by using Scilab software. It's a open source software. MATLAB is a commercial software. It's some limitations are there in Scilab software. Uh, by using the Scilab software also we can do these simulations, and also you can integrate with haptic devices, etc. Ma'am, shall we conclude the meeting, ma'am?
Sir?
Can we conclude the meeting?
Okay. Anyone is having any queries, ma'am or sir? If you have any queries, ask him. Otherwise, we will wind up.
Two more persons are asked out. Pratham Desai and some of the faculty members are asking.
Aruna,
Scilab is nothing. Scilab means SCI lab. Yes, SCI lab is also open source software. SCI lab, SCI LAB. It's also one of the alternative for MATLAB software. Here also open source platform. You can do all the simulations exact with MATLAB. Okay, ma'am. Aruna, ma'am. Any questions means just drop in chat box. I will try to give the answer. I hope the session will give some interactive techniques about we are in the field of healthcare. Can also do with VR headset plus MATLAB and integration. You can fill the real-time scenario in the virtual environment. It also can be done by using this MATLAB software. Any doubt means can discuss.
There is no more questions from the audience. Okay, sir. Shall I wind up, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you all.
Okay. So thank you for your wonderful session, sir. We had a nice time with you, and
Okay,
we are
ma'am.
eagerly waiting for your next session.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Tomorrow session is
Thank you,
developing tools and frameworks in healthcare. We can see later. Thank you all.
Okay, sir. Thank you,
Dear
sir.
professors, the feedback link will be posted in the chat box. Kindly fill up the feedback link. Yeah.
அது அப்படியே ரைட் கிளிக் கொடுங்க, அதுக்கு மேலே வச்சுருங்க.
Feedback link will be posted in the chat box.
Okay,
Please
ma'am.
fill that. Wait for a while.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, same link தானே?
Same link. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You post.
போட்டேன்.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
பாருங்க, செக் பண்ணிக்கோங்க.
Okay, ma'am.
I thank all the participants for their patience, and I think you have a nice session. Thank you, all of you.